Okay, welcome to the second video, picking up where we left off. I'm going to now show you some uh, tools we can use to actually make some uh, music, or at least some sound. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get rid of this here, and we're going to use some very simple objects. Max typically has a top-down approach when you're creating. So you often start at the top and the workflow goes down. However, we need to have some objects that are for output, that are the equivalent of output. So I'm going to reverse engineer a, uh, a device here. So in order for sound to go out, we have to have something like print, but that works with our MIDI player. So we have that all made. It's called Note Out. And Note Out has three inlets. One is for pitch, one is for velocity, and the other is for a MIDI channel. Pitch and velocity are what we're going to be concerned with today. Don't worry about the others. And in fact, we're even going to simplify this even more right now, because there's going to be another object we attach to this. It's called Make Note. Now, Make Note adds the velocity and time duration, or duration in literal time. Now, MIDI, the MIDI scale is from 0 to 127. So 0 would be quiet, it's not really playing at all, and 127 would be the loudest possible note. So I'm going to pick a relatively loud note. Velocity at 100. Velocity, think of it as how hard you strike a key on a piano. The harder you strike a key, the louder it plays. So that's what velocity is. So, and then time, Max prefers to think of time in milliseconds. And that's thousandths of a second. So I'm going to make these notes each a half a second long. So I'm going to put in 500 milliseconds here. I'm going to connect the pitch outlet to the pitch inlet on Note Out. And this here, you'll see if you put your cursor over it, is a velocity output. And we need to find the velocity output here, which is the middle one, and connect those. Okay. Well, now we need something to trigger this. I'm going to use a message for right now. And I'm just going to send out middle C, which is always going to be note 60. Okay. If I lock this and hit that, hopefully you can hear that. If not, I'll be reshooting this video again. So it's not terribly loud, but if I move this up to 127, it's not going to be much louder. So actually, I want to check something. If you're having trouble with your audio, go into your audio status here and, set to that. I'm going to change this one to audio capture and see if that makes it better. Does not seem to be. We will see. So anyway, so we have our make note and we have our note. Well, if we want to make chords, we can go in here and we can put in 3 different notes in one message. Okay, so we have all that now. We can make multiple chords if we want. I can go in, whoop, gotta unlock first. And I could do a 1, 2, 5 progression. 62, 65, 69, and then 67, 71, and 74. Connect these up and hit play. Oop, got a mistake in there. I have an upside down 9. There we are. Okay, so here we go again. Okay, you could sit here all day and that's all these things are going to do. There's nothing terribly dynamic about it. And you'll probably get carpal tunnel if you do. So let's create a way to make these play on their own. There's an object, N, called metronome, metro. And metro by default works with milliseconds. So I'm going to set this to 500. Same as our note lengths. And I'm going to add a toggle to it up here. All the toggle does is send a message, either a 0 meaning off or a 1 meaning on. If I put in a message box over here, you can, and I hit that toggle, you can see that. Okay, 1 means on, 0 means off. So I'm going to put a button in here, and you will see here every half second it's putting out a bang. Okay, I like to put these buttons in along the way, and sometimes even other number boxes to help me if I have a problem later on. It can help me troubleshoot where the problem is. I can see where the pipeline of data is stopping. So you'll see me put those in there quite a bit. Okay, well, we have 3 chords and we want to play them in sequence, so we have to be able to count to 3. Wonder what I could do there. Oh, I could use new counter. And now counter is tricky if you're not used to it. It will start counting. Computers like to start from 0. Think of it as like graphing. In graphing, you always start with origin. That's actually not 0. That's an O for origin, but and then everything is referenced from that point. So computers like to think that way. So if you put 1 and 3, it's telling it to start at 1 and go to 3. Okay, and make sure you plug these in the right place or you get very unpredictable results. I'm going to put in an integer box, I, underneath here, and lock it. And you will see it is now counting from 1 to 3. Okay, well, if I hook this up to these 3, it's not really doing what we want it to. I don't know whose idea it was to put use W to close a window and E for edit or unlock. But they're right next to each other, and it's very easy to accidentally close a window when you are just trying to unlock or lock your patcher, so be careful. So these patch cords are not really what we're looking for here. Okay, so I'm going to go in here. Oh, I'm locked again. I'm I'm going to select those three, get rid of them. So I need something that will go in and it will, depending on what number it is, it will select what output to go out. There's an object for that. It's called select. Okay. And I put 3 selections in here. Now it gives you 4 outlets. This last outlet is if the number it receives, like if I change that counter number, the number it receives, if it receives a 4, let's say, it's going to send it out that one. And you can use that to trigger other events, but that's a little advanced for where we're at today. So I can send these out. When it's on 1, it's going to play this, 2, this, 3, this. So, whoop, and I did it again. Okay. Okay, so that's pretty much what I covered in class today. So, I'll probably do some more videos as we go along this semester. Hopefully they'll be shorter than that first one. They'll be more like this one. So see you next time.